In 2005, the grandparents of an autistic little boy received a $25 million donation from a dear friend in order to start the nonprofit Autism Speaks.
Since then, autism has grown into the world's leading autism science and research organization. Hi, I'm James Green.
And I'm Sherry Green. Organizations like Autism Speaks rely heavily on donor support to do their most important work. Monetary donations of all shapes and sizes help get results, but there are certain types of donations of a close personal nature, that are especially meaningful.
And those donations are the subject of today's Volunteer Spotlight.
And thanks to the folks at A#1 Air. When a child is diagnosed with autism, it doesn't affect just his or her life, it affects the entire family. So here to share their story as part of our Volunteer Spotlight are Chris and Sandy Johnson. And you are the grandparents of beautiful little Lily.
Yes.
Good morning. Thank you for being with us.
You're quite welcome.
Good morning.
How involved are you in the day-to-day activities with Lily?
Well, her parents actually take her to school and bring her home, and she goes to a special behavioral school for autism. And day to day, we're not in it so much, but weekends, nighttime, comes to our house to go swimming. So, say maybe 25% of the time we're with her.
What have you seen as the biggest challenges?
Well, first of all, she's on a gluten-free diet. So we have to make sure at all times in my house that she doesn't get into, you know, the powdered donuts or anything like that.
Did they think that the celiac disease has something to do with autism?
Well, as a baby, she had a lot of stomach issues, and so they immediately took her off all gluten, and we followed through with that, you know, and...
Lily, are you singing a song?
Yes.
No.
No. But, you know, we just make sure that I have her favorite foods at home at all times, and her favorite blanket, her favorite swimsuit, you know, because with autistic children, their favorite things are really important to them. And routine is very important. Right. And we make sure we make sure we follow her routine and her food, and it's wonderful. You know,
it's a commitment to the whole family. And do you have other grandchildren?
We do. We have 7 grandchildren total.
Oh, wow.
And how do you juggle that ball between making the others feel as special as you know?
Well,
it's
it's kind of unique because her daddy, Eric, Eric and his wife, Elise, they have 2 children, and Lily's the youngest. My other son has 5 children, and she is their only cousin. I mean, they are her only cousins. So they all just group together and know that she's special, and we taught them that she was special from the get-go, and they just pour love over her.
You know, that's a really good point, too, because it is about educating the rest of the family. And when there's so many children involved, is it difficult to get the message across to them to really explain autism? Because it's a difficult subject, even for adults to understand, because it ranges, the spectrum is so wide.
We set them down. My other son sat down and talked about it, and they're so good about making sure that Lily's diet stays gluten-free. And if ever she gets into the food she's not, they come running and tell us, you know, or take it from her gently and tell her, you know, don't eat that, Lily. And they watch her and hold her hand. And my other granddaughter loves to fix her hair and put it in pigtails and, you know, just all paint her nails, all the girly stuff.
Can you judge at times the effect of autism on her, where sometimes she may appear just perfectly like a little girl, 4 years old, and other times does she slip into a different...
She used to slip into, you might call autistic behavior much more, but the most important thing about autism is getting early intervention. And we were lucky. We caught it early, and we started therapy. And there's no medicine for autism. It's just nobody knows what it is. I mean, you can read about it and say it's this and this, but nobody knows.
No one knows what causes it.
It's just behavioral disorder that can be taken care of, but it just takes therapy, 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 and most people cannot afford it.
And what is so unusual is years and years ago it was very rare, and now more and more it is becoming more commonplace.
Well, I don't think it was as rare as that we didn't know what it was. When I was growing up, you know, there were autistic kids, but we didn't know what to call it. People just called it shy, you know. They were just a little different.
Well, you're both great representatives for grandparents of any child, because it's 100% commitment that I know Lily's getting. So you can learn more about autism, I
That's
think.
right, and find ways to help through volunteering by going to autismspeaks.org. Thank you all for being
And
here.
there's
Lily,
baseball games.
Thank you.
Lily is throwing out the first pitch at the Texas Rangers on Saturday night.
You're welcome, darling.